Okay, so welcome to the channel. Welcome everybody. My name is Emily. This is Autumn Budgets. Welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome back. If you're returning, everyone's really welcome here. Usually on this channel we do cash stuffing, cash budgeting. We do a little bit of digital budgeting as well. We do savings challenges, and basically we use the cash stuffing method to save for all those important things and also all the fun things too. So if that sounds interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you. Got a lot of growth over the last few weeks, so welcome to all my new subscribers as well. Lovely to have everyone here. Yeah, today is just going to be my goals for 2025. I will tell you what I am doing to prepare for them and also what they are. This is going to be sort of me just sat here. I'm quite happy to sit here and just be and talk to you for a while. So yeah, take that as your cue to put me in your ear and do whatever you want, or just to watch my hands wave around this gorgeous forest. I love this, but I will be glad to get Middle Earth back in the new year after Christmas. So, but yes, for the meantime, my lovely pine forest is here. So yeah, take that as your cue to just put me in your ear and do whatever. I am, just for everyone who's new, I am a single mum to 3 beautiful kids. My oldest is now gone. He's got a little house around the corner. My daughter is at her first year of uni. My little 9-year-old, he is homeschooled. He's home educated, and yeah, he's got Klippel-Feil disease, which is it just is a blanket for what he's got, and basically he's very physically disabled. Because it's all neurological, there's not a lot operation wise they can do, although we have tried. But it's more, it causes more problems than it solves operating, and there's a lot of things. So just to give you a broad overview, he is a happy, sausagey little boy. He's lovely. He's my little friend. He's my bestest bud while we're here, and yeah, he's actually 9 now. So we've been doing this a long time. In and out of hospital and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to reiterate that, just so everyone knows when I talk about, you know, hospital and operations and therapy and stuff like that, what I'm actually referring to, especially if you're new and you didn't know that. So with all that in mind, the first thing that I will do, and I haven't done it yet and I should have, is review and reset. You have to review the year that you've just done. I think that whenever you think of review, you just think, oh, the bad things and this and this, but that's not what I mean. Yes, we go over the things that were perhaps disappointing, things that came up. Obviously, there's circumstances that might have changed. It might have been unexpected. You know, it might have been what's the word, an emergency or whatever. All you have to do is look at what it was and how you deal with that, and if you can do it better. You might have been dealing with loss, you might have been dealing with illness. All these things come up. Please be kind to yourself. I have to keep reminding myself as well that how I think about it is, I don't think, oh, I failed at doing that. I think about how I would think about, say, a friend doing it. And of course you give them grace and you're like, well, this circumstance and this circumstance, and you know, let's be fair, we're all human. So yeah, so we review things, reset. Maybe that's your physical environment. At the moment, I am trying to reset things. It's hard though when you've got a bunch of Christmas decorations out. Do you know what I mean? You've got more on your plate, and I mean, if you're, you know, if you're behind with everything anyway, Christmas just adds to everything, comes on top of what, you know, you've already got on your plate. So yeah, but remember, it is a season and it will be gone in 13 days. So yeah, and then we look forward to the new year and so on. But yeah, it's just thinking about the phase of life you're in, what season you're in, and I don't mean necessarily, you know, spring, summer, autumn, winter. Perhaps you've got small kids, perhaps you've got big kids like me. It is an adjustment. That there is only 2 of us here now. You can hear him giggling, he's downstairs. So yeah, yeah, it's just an adjustment. So be kind to yourself when you do review, and then reset. I'll definitely be resetting my physical environment, but also I'd like to reset some planning things that I do. I'd like to actually do a lot more planning and bullet journaling than I do now, and I want to keep records of everything that we do, so I'll have to put things in place. With regards to money, I look at what's coming up for the next year, what I'd like to do. This is going to be 3 years. I'm coming up to my 3rd year. I mean, I started cash stuffing between Christmas and New Year 3 years ago. So I'm nearly at my 3-year anniversary now, which is amazing, because even though like I've had to stop cash stuffing because of all the dental treatment I had to have done the year before last and that sort of thing, I never actually gave up on it, and because of that it meant that I could save. And even now I am on a much smaller budget than I was. We seem to, God willing, cope with whatever life throws at us. So yeah, it's just a lovely thing to do. If you don't know about cash stuffing and you just stumbled upon this, it's basically where you work out your incomings and your outgoings, and then whatever you're left with after you've taken off food and bills and everything else, even if it is a really, really small amount, we save that into different categories so we can go forth into the year and not have to fork out a fortune when it's the kids' birthdays or Christmas or holidays or unexpected things happen, and say you have to take time off work, or it's that sort of thing. And even if you've got a really, really small budget for, you know, cash stuffing, it is amazing what you can save in a short space of time. So I just wanted to say that as well. And then what have I got on here? Yeah, what's coming up. So what's coming up? Birthdays, Christmas, holidays, school holidays, you know, that sort of thing. Then we've got what would you like to do? So again, that's like holidays, days out. For us, it's like a London trip, you know, like going to have high tea somewhere. Love to do that. I've been planning to do it for years, but never have done it. And, you know, it's just things like that. Please include some fun, and don't say, well, my water bill is due. I know that they've all things that got to be done, but it's nice to have even just a little thing to look forward to. Like this year, can't see us going on holiday, just haven't got the money for it. So we will do like a fun day out, and, you know, stuff like that. We will do things. We are starting to do more in home ed as well, starting to go out a lot. We don't usually go out during holidays when all the kids are off, but we'll go out in term time. Tends to be cheaper. You get special rates for things as well, because it is in term time. So yeah, we look at all those sorts of things, but just to get out and travel a bit more, that's one of ours. The next thing I put down on my list was to expect the unexpected. So we've got sinking fund for that. We've got emergency. I've got a pet emergency fund. But also this year I'm going to be looking really, really, really long term, as in my retirement, because I am the wrong side of 45 now. I've just turned 48. You know, I've got a 9-year-old, I've got a 23-year-old, I've got an 18-year-old. And even if I'm saving for retirement now, I will make sure that if anything ever happened to me, they know what to do. They're all drilled in it. And I would like that to go to them. So it doesn't matter if I'm saving for retirement. If I don't get there or something happens, I can use that for something, but I want to save for it, longer term thinking. Also, I call it retirement, but it's going to be for Oscar's 9 now. When he gets to like 16 or 17, he's going to have to decide what he's going to do with his condition. And at that point, they can do major operations that will change his life, if he wants it. But having talked to a remarkable young man at Tesco's, not a local one, a couple of towns over, he was telling us about what he bought, how he's adapted his house, and like wheelchairs and things like that. And I mean, NHS are lovely, don't get me wrong. We have some wonderful kit from them, but it's just not good enough when you're older. And he said that like his wheelchair that he's got now, he's got a similar condition to Oscar, cost him like $5,500. Well, I don't want Oscar to be struggling for that. I want to save for stuff like that. So a wonderful mallet, that Budget Lux. I was looking for something. I didn't want it to say retirement. It is retirement sort of, but it is just longer term savings. And she got Mother's Wealth of Care, and I couldn't even put it more perfectly. It is literally Bank of Mum. So this is going to be for me initially with retirement and stuff like that, but it will cover Oscar later on in life when he needs those expensive purchases. So that's that one. There you go, there's a sneak peek of what I've done, and I have put it in my emergency folder because I class it as something that needs to be done quite urgently. So that's longer term. Also, speaking of monetary security, I know we can't have that, and you know, but we can build like a month ahead. I am a month ahead now. I can't tell you what peace that brings me, but now I'm here. I want to be 2 months ahead and 3 months ahead. It took me over a year and a half to get a month ahead. So, you know, if you can't get a month ahead within, you know, sort of, oh, I can't get a month ahead within like 2 months or 4 months or 6 months. It took me a year and a half. So it does take time, but please stick with it. It is worth it to have that peace of mind. The dream would be to have 6 or 12 months in there. So you know that if anything happens, you've got 6 months of breathing space. And that is a long time. So yeah, that would be the dream. Also, slow living this year. We are pretty slow going, to be fair. I home ed, so you know, our pace of life is not hectic. We haven't got anywhere to be in the morning. You know, I do have time. I make an awful lot of our own food now. Actually 90% of it I make myself now. It's a nice thing to do, you know, make bread and that sort of thing. I've got such an easy bread recipe. Takes 5 minutes to put together, and then you leave it all day, and the longer you leave it, the better it gets. So I might even start doing things like that on the channel, because literally you do that, cover it, chuck it in a corner and go back to it later in the day, and it's all risen. And then you just bake it. So if you'd like me to do that, let me know as well. It's literally easy, so easy. Even someone who's really, really busy can do it. Just to have that nice peace of mind that you know what's gone into your bread and that sort of thing. I thought about mentioning it because I prep on this channel as well. I will be doing a prepper video of what I'm going to be prepping for in 2025. I haven't included it in this because it is going to be a long video, so I won't do that. But yeah, wading in on the Arla milk. They're giving them sort of antibiotic hormones or whatever to control the cow farts and that sort of stuff. Having grown up on a farm, the idea of that is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And it just goes back to you. And I know these things are expensive. I feel the weight of them as well. But I think that it's worth it to get organic or local, so you know where it goes from. We've got to go back to a more sustainable way of living, and local is the way to do that. Now, I know some people don't always have that. Can't always afford that. But I sacrifice other things so I can have organic things, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'd rather sacrifice all the processed stuff or the frozen stuff and that way, you know, we've got ingredients that we can use. And I mean, all the Arla stuff and that sort of thing, I mean, whether you shop with them or not is completely up to you. But what I will say is that if you think that that's the only bad thing in ordinary milk, or the way, if you looked into British dairy farming, on these massive farms, trust me, that's not the only thing that you're ingesting. And it made me sort of laugh, but quite angry that all these people were throwing away all those millions of gallons of milk that is so wasteful, with no guarantee that that's what was in it. I think it's in like 30 farms or something. I mean, I understand why they do it, but I think that it was comical in a way that I think they need to look into British agriculture as a general rule. What is sprayed on like vegetables, what goes into, you know, the cow that what are they feeding the cow? And I don't mean everyone. That's what I mean. We've got good local butchers around here. We know where the cows come from. We know, you know, what they're fed on. And also, my local butcher is just a tad cheaper than Tesco's per kilo for stuff. So don't think, oh, I can't do that because it's expensive. It's absolutely not. If you look at how the prices have risen in places like Tesco and Aldi and Asda, I mean, Asda, I wouldn't even bother going in there. It's such crap quality, and the amount of crap that's in it. I wouldn't shop at Asda if it was the last place on earth. I'd rather be a vegan. I couldn't. It's just, I can't. So I know that, you know, not everyone can do that, but as much as you can, I would. I know that things are quite hard, and we have to sacrifice things for other things. I'm not oblivious to that. I have £80 a week for food and fun. So, you know, we aren't living it up, but I'd rather sacrifice things so we can have nice things. And I've put it down here, quality over quantity, which is exactly what it is. So the next thing is, I said slow living, so the next thing is going to be the garden. I will explain all of that in my prepper video. I am going to grow the hell out of my garden this year. I'm lucky all our houses, even though they are old and crap, they have a decent garden on them. And I feel so sorry for the people who have got new builds who have all these insects in their earth and stuff like that. It never used to be like that. Apparently they're not allowed to use it for so many years to grow veg and stuff. And it's just like, it makes you wonder what's in there. I mean, you can adjust it, but unless you want a full-time job adjusting your soil through the year, do you know what I mean? So you can grow it the next year. Most people haven't got time for that. So I do feel really bad, but I will be doing container gardening this year. I've got a small patio outside, so I am going to see how feasible it is and what I can grow in pots on my patio. And I think there are plenty of miniature versions of everything. You can even have miniature vegetables and stuff on your patio. I have seen lots and lots of people just growing things on their windowsill, and I will include this in my prepping videos and stuff, so I can show you what you can grow on, say, your windowsill if that's all you've got, or a shelf if that's all you've got, or your tiny little patio outside if that's all you've got as well. So that's all included. So that is about it from me. Let me know your thoughts down below. I won't go on anymore because this is 20 minutes. But yeah, I will do a prepper video for 2025. I'll probably do that next week. I've nearly done my binders, so I will do that next week or over the weekend as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. God bless you all. Happy Christmas. Hope your 2025 goes how you want to. And yes, all of those good things happen for all of you. Love you all very much. God bless you and your families, and I will see you tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. Take care. See you later. Bye.